It is January 1st, 2026. Let's kick the new year off with some tapping. This is Gene Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast, recorded live to date from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 682, originally aired January 1st, 2026. Hi, everyone. Thanks for spending a little time with me whenever you're joining us. If you're joining us live, we're actually doing this right now on YouTube. We got folks joining us from all over the world tapping along. We got folks in the UK, Washington State, Romania, Belgium, Netherlands, Massachusetts, Spain, Quebec, Holland, UK, Belgium, UK, Oregon, California, Belgium, Pennsylvania, Denver, Colorado, Brooklyn, New York, where else? Vermont, Finland, wherever you are. Thanks for spending a little time with us today. All we're going to do is we're just going to start the new year off on the right foot, doing a little tapping. On my little list here, I got 8 rounds of tapping that we're going to do to let go of the last year, to put ourselves in the moment, and to move forward as we go forward. But before we do that, just to put ourselves into our body, just to do it really, really simply, what I want to do is I just want to do a minute and a half of wordless tapping. So all I'm going to ask you to do is just let your fingers do the walking move from tapping point to tapping point, and just tap along with me. And if you end up parking on one spot as you're tapping along, that's great. We're just going to put ourselves in our body as we're doing this. And as you're scanning your body, I'd really encourage you to make sure that you're scanning all the way down to the balls of your feet. Oftentimes, when I sit here and I scan my body, I stop at my hips. Nice big stretch. Shake it off. If anything came bubbling up in the process of that, make sure you jot it down. Insights, things that you need to tap on, things you need to pay attention to, things that have been rattling around in your head, make sure you jot those things down. Before we jump into our tapping today, just a quick reminder, starting on Monday, we are doing the 5-day limiting belief challenge over the course of 5 days. And this is just, I think, the perfect way to kick off the new year. I'm going to show you a really simple step-by-step process over the course of 5 days to how to identify and clear limiting beliefs as we step into the new year, wanting to live authentic lives that we love. Getting rid of those limiting beliefs is really key to that. All you need to do is go to clearlimitingbeliefschallenge.com. That's clearlimitingbeliefschallenge.com. It's actually, if you're watching the video, down in the description below. If you're listening to the audio after the fact, you'll find it in the show notes. We start at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Monday, the 5th. It's going to be a super fun week. Can't wait to see you there. Awesomeness. So like I said, I just wanted to do 8 rounds of tapping to kind of just set up, let go of, put ourselves in the moment. And so we're going to do 3 rounds of tapping about last year. We're going to do 2 rounds of tapping about putting ourselves in the moment, and then we're going to do 3 rounds of tapping about moving forward. So the first thing that I want to do is I just want to give ourselves permission to release and let go of anything from last year that is no longer serving us. So tap on the side of the hand, take a nice big deep breath. Tap on the collarbone, take another nice big deep breath. and just move from point to point, repeating after me. I recognize the fact that there are many things from last year that no longer serve me. There are thoughts, there are beliefs, there are resource states, there are energies that no longer serve me. And I give myself permission to release and let go of anything and everything that no longer serves me. And many of those things are things that I picked up in the last year. Many of those things I picked up to serve me. In the moment, they felt useful. In the moment, they felt valuable. And they very well might have been. In that moment. And I give myself permission to release and let go anything that does not serve me. And I give myself permission to release and let go without judgment, without shame, I am simply allowed to let it go. And as I let it go, I give myself permission to not judge or evaluate how I picked it up or why I picked it up. All that matters is it does not serve me now. And I give myself permission to easily and gently release and let go energy that no longer serves me. Beliefs that no longer serve me. Stories that no longer serve me. and release energies that no longer serve me. And as I release all of these things, I am releasing them to a place where they are helpful. I am not shedding burdens and giving them to someone else. I am simply setting free that which no longer serves me. Nice big deep breath. Stretch and move a little bit. If you got some water nearby, grab some water. Or if it's early in the morning where you are in the world, grab some coffee. And taste any notes, anything that you need to came bubbling up. Maybe there's an insight. Maybe there's a phrase in there that really rings true for you. Write it down. Might be a good thing for you to tap on to start your morning each day as we step into the new year. So we've done a little releasing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to step into a little forgiveness about the last year. Side of the hand. Nice deep breath. Having the collarbone. Another nice big deep breath. Pull it in. Hold. And exhale nice and loud. And just move from point to point. In the last year, I was far from perfect. In the last year, I made mistakes. Sometimes the mistakes are in what I did. Some of the mistakes are in what I failed to do. And there is a part of me that wants me to hold on to. And there is a part of me that wants to remember all of these mistakes. Because my system believes if I remember my mistakes and scold myself for my mistakes and beat me up for my mistakes, then my system is going to believe that will steer me right. But I know my critical voice scolding me for past mistakes does not change my behavior. Does not have me acting in new and different ways. Instead, when I beat myself up, I'm actually making it harder for me. I give myself permission to know. Forgiving myself is not giving me a pass. Forgiving myself is not letting me off the hook. I can take responsibility and forgive myself. I can learn and forgive myself. I can remember and forgive myself. I give myself permission in big and small ways to release and transform and let go of all of the mistakes and the scolding for those mistakes that do not serve me. I give myself permission to extend kindness, to extend gentleness, towards myself as I release and let go. Allowing myself to be gentle with and to forgive mistakes and imperfections. Nice easy breath. Stretch and move a little bit again. I have a feeling we poked our way through some stuff in there where some tail enders popped up. I have a feeling that there were some of those phrases that your soul really needed to hear as we were doing to that. And there were some phrases that that inner voice revolted against. Pay really particular attention to that. Anytime our subconscious mind is pushing back, because our subconscious mind will not abide anything it disagrees with. So if you say something that you're carrying a story in your subconscious mind that doesn't think it's true, the subconscious mind is going to say, no, that's not true. Jot those things down. Those are amazing tappable issues. You know, sometimes when we tap on forgiveness, it feels like, I'm just recognizing all of the places where it's hard to forgive me. The tapping's doing its job. It would be great if it just created release, but what we're doing inside of that is we're shining a light on the stuff that it's really valuable for us to go after. So make sure you grab some of those insights inside of all of that. Awesome. Last thing I want to do as we kind of let go of the last year is just to give ourselves permission to learn and to gather and to move forward. Side of the hand, nice big deep breath. And just move from point to point. I recognize the fact there were so many opportunities in the last calendar year for me to learn, for me to grow from. And I give myself permission to do exactly that. But as I give myself permission to learn, I want to focus on the learnings about myself that support me, that encourage me, that heal me. In big and small ways, even if I don't remember when it happened, in the last year, there were moments where I learned I was lovable. And I give myself permission to embrace that truth. There were moments where I learned I was capable. And I give myself permission to embrace that truth. I learned that there are opportunities. And I learned opportunities will come again. And I give myself permission to embrace that truth. I recognize the fact I am not static. I am growing. I am evolving. I am learning. And I give myself permission in conscious and unconscious ways to embrace and integrate the lessons and learnings about what I am capable of and what I am made for. I give myself permission to embrace and embody the lessons of healing and transformation from the last year. Get a nice deep breath, stretch a little bit, move around. Again, grab a little water if that's useful. There we go. Excellent. Now, we've moved along. I'd love to hear if there's a phrase that has resonated with you that your spirit, your soul, that inner wisdom needs to hear from one of those first 3 rounds of tapping. Feel free to drop it into the chat box. I'd love to hear the things that are resonating with you and are landing with you as we're doing that. And for those of you joining us after the fact, make notes of that as well. Like, I love taking insights. We're going to do that right here after we get a bunch of them dropped in here. I'm going to show you how we can take the insights, and that's how we're going to wrap things up today. And we can use that to create a tapping routine that really, really serves us. So take a moment, jot something down that is something that has served you inside of all of that. As you're doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to gently transition. We looked at the past. Now we're going to put ourselves in the moment. After you're done jotting something down, tap along with me. Nice deep breath. And just move from point to point. I recognize the fact at the beginning of the year, it is a great opportunity to be present and grounded. And it is easy to use a moment like this to put ourselves in this moment. And so as I pause, in this moment in time, I give myself permission to be grounded in this moment. It is safe for me to be fully in this moment. I am allowed to be fully in this moment. I am worthy of being fully in this moment. I deserve to be fully in this moment. It is great that I can learn from my past. I am open about dreaming of the future. But the only moment that I exist in is this moment right here. The only moment I have access to is the moment right here. I give myself permission to let go of the judgments of the past. And the judgments of how I acted in the past. To be fully in this moment. I give myself permission to let go of any worry and fear about the future. To be fully in this moment. The past happened, and it does not define me. The future will arrive. When it arrives. I give myself permission to allow myself to be fully present to myself In this moment, I give myself permission to release. Anything that is not right now. I give myself permission to be fully present to myself in this moment. Fully present to my physical self. Fully present to my emotional self. Fully present to my intellectual self. Fully present to my spiritual self. I give myself permission to simply be present in this moment. Big deep breath, big stretch, maybe even a little shake. And again, as you do that, like as we get present in that way, again, I oftentimes get caught up as I tune into myself down to my waist. If you're seated, give yourself permission to just engage with your whole system and stretch and move a little bit. Let's move from presence into openness. I recognize the fact. As I am open and present in this moment, I allow myself to be present and open to opportunity in this moment. I give myself permission to be open to grace in this moment. I give myself permission to be open to peace in this moment. Open to warmth in this moment. Open to creativity in this moment. Openness to grace in this moment. I give myself permission to openness to hope in this moment. Openness to love in this moment. Openness to healing in this moment. Openness to transformation in this moment. Openness can be scary. Because it can bring the unknown. I give myself permission to know it is safe to be open. I'm allowed to be open. I am worthy of being open. And I deserve to be open. I allow myself to be open to those things that are helpful to me. Those things that are healthful to me. Those things that are strengthening to me. And those things that are supportive of me. I give myself permission to be open in this moment. Big stretch. Oh, move. If you need to get up and move around a little bit, shake your body off to continue to let all of it settle in, go ahead and do exactly that. And a small thing, if you're watching this live or watching this after the fact, down below, if you hit the little thumbs up button, you're basically training YouTube to say, hey, tapping is something that's good and useful and people should see more of it. You're just going to teach the algorithm to continue to promote tapping so the world's a little better place. So simple thing, if you could do that, we'd be awesome. Excellent. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we let go of, we put ourselves in the moment. Now let's open the new year and step into some things that are useful for us. And we're just going to move through three things, and I'm just going to move from one to the next, and we'll do all three at once. I recognize the fact. Stepping into the new year means that I'm stepping into the unknown. Stepping into the new year can be scary. Because it's scary to be in the moment over and over again. It's scary to be open over and over again. My subconscious mind longs for the known. My subconscious mind longs for the predictable. Because the subconscious believes things that are knowable are manageable. And so as I step into a new year, I call upon myself and I call upon the universe to give me access to the support and the protection of things that will allow me to heal and transform safely in the new year. I give myself permission to have access to and engage with supporting love. It is safe for me to embrace love. I am allowed to embrace love. I am worthy of accessing love. I deserve to operate and move from love in big and small ways as I step into the unknown of the new year. I give myself permission to access the support and protection of hope. And I know hope can be scary. Because I can be let down when my hopes are not met. But I also recognize the fact proportionate, well-informed, grounded hope is an asset that I can grow from and build on. I give myself permission to know it is safe for me to hope. Without hoping blindly. I am allowed to hope. As a motivation to take action. I am worthy of hope. Because to be human is to be hopeful. I deserve to hope. Even though I've acted out of fear in the past. In this moment, I give myself permission to engage and embrace and be fully present to hope. And if I can't embrace hope in this moment, I give myself permission to believe in hope. I give myself permission to be hopeful that someday it will be safe for me to be hopeful. As I step into the new year, I give myself permission to access the support and protection of peace. And there is a part of me that is afraid of peace. It is worried that if I feel too peaceful, I will become thoughtless. I will become careless. I will be reckless. Because I'm letting down my guard. Peace does not mean I am floating along carelessly. Instead, peace is about being comfortable inside of my own skin. Peace is about seeing myself honestly and operating from that. I give myself permission to know it is safe to embrace peace as protection and support. I give myself permission to know I am allowed to feel peace, to be at peace, to fully be peace. I am worthy of having peace in the world. Peace in my life. Peace in my heart and soul. I am worthy of peace. Because I am made for peace. I deserve peace. No matter what has come before. No matter how I've acted before. No matter what I've missed before. I am allowed to be fully present to and embrace peace. Nice deep breath. Oh, stretch. And again, let that wash over you. If there's anything inside of that, insights, things that you want to go back to, jot those things down. The beautiful thing is, once you're done with this, you can just go back to the beginning. You can tap along to this again, and you can tap along to it again, and you can tap along to it again, and you can tap along to it again. So There we go. A little more than 45 minutes, a little tapping to set up the new year. Hopefully it's something that's making you feel a little more grounded, a little more present, a little more open to what is to come, comfortable inside of your own skin, allowing you to live an authentic life that you love. If you're looking for something else that's kind of fun to start off the new year, again, starting on Monday, we're doing the 5-day limiting belief challenge. If you go to clearlimitingbeliefschallenge.com, again, link is down below or in the show notes if you want to enjoy and engage with all of that. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for spending about an hour with me, tapping along, doing it live after the fact, checking in the chat box. It is so great to see this absolutely amazing global tapping community that we get to be a part of, no matter where you are in the world and what is going on. I want you to know you are not alone in trying to be human and trying to create transformation. We're here every single week on the podcast, creating all sorts of good stuff inside of that. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And if you are watching this after the fact, as you look at the screen, there's actually a playlist that has all of the tap-alongs that are waiting there for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great new year, and I will talk to you guys and tap with you again real soon. Bye-bye.